Okay, they caught all of it.
It's not in the intro, motherfuckers. They don't know what's happening. Welcome, Flavourful Sauce's episode 60.
Whoa!
Whoa! Doing it.
Whoa!
Still doing it. Did it? I almost
Close.
fell back somehow.
Whoa! There's a cliff behind this thing. Did you
Yeah,
know that?
yeah, it's true.
It's a cliff.
I don't want to.
It's a cliff.
I don't want to go.
But 9 episodes away from episode 69, the landmark episode.
Which will be the pinnacle of our existence.
I don't know what we'll do for episode 69, but it will be good.
Probably nothing.
It will be good.
We'll
Probably
laugh at the
crash and
beginning.
burn, because what else is there to do after you reach 69?
Review like titty books all day. So, Vince, what's up?
Not much.
Nick,
You doing good? You doing good, Rick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting hard over Gamescom. Anyone else watching Gamescom now? Maybe? I don't know.
Any German
I'm
fans
looking
out there? Are
at
you
this,
at
that's
Gamescom?
about
I like that we always talk about things not related to the comic books.
Yeah,
Gotta get that out
we
before
got-
we get to the
we
We
got-
barely talk about comic books.
We have other interests.
Sure.
Besides
We are
comics.
human beings.
We're rounded individuals. Some a little bit more rounded than
More
others.
Yikes.
This is a real problem I'm dealing with.
And you are dealing with it.
Nah. Whatever. I don't.
Beard's looking real
Don't.
good.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Looking very funny.
I'm replacing the weight with the
Yeah,
weight.
you get rid of the weight, then you shave the beard all at once, and it's like a big reveal. It's like
No.
the curtains drop.
That's not. I'm gonna leave the beard for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
See you like this.
Future Alan.
Oh, we'll get to that. First, let's go to Pathfinder by Dynamite. Written by Toronto's own Jim Zub.
Cool.
Mr. Zubs.
Cool.
Mr. Zubs.
Zeb.
What did you think?
Wasn't bad.
I didn't hate it.
Man.
Yeah, like if it was, I had a choice between Magic, that Magic book,
Yeah,
or
and
continue to
then you
read
take
I'd
this.
take Pathfinder.
Why would you take this over that?
It didn't take itself seriously at all, I thought. And it's kind of like, maybe it's the whole package coming together with like character stats in the back and then giving you
Yeah.
a map to like, you can make your own quest, like
That's
the
true.
same quest they were doing. Like that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So this is like a D&D kind of thing. Pathfinder is like an open source. It's like an open source thing
Yeah.
that you can play. What happens? They like meet some goblins,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Fuck, goblins aren't supposed to be this crazy," and they take him to like a guy,
Yeah. And they're like, oh, what's this goblin? Oh, we should go track him.
Goblin's
Stake him.
fucked up.
and that's pretty much it, isn't it?
They get
Yeah.
hammered at a bar and like there's
Yeah, I did like that scene where the
yeah.
guy's like so hungover and he's like,
Yeah, he's just
"Sorry."
like,
he's like, "Sorry, man.
yeah, it's like,
I apologize."
I hope that if we ever reconnect in the future, you can forgive me. He's like, there's forgiveness in my heart.
And he's like,
Cool.
"It's like Jim Zub."
I like how even though this is essentially an issue for character like introductions, they didn't do that sort of boring style. It's like, oh, Bartholomew, there you are, and then
Yeah.
it just goes into like who this guy is,
Yeah.
and fucking for like 2 or 3 pages.
Yeah.
Like, no, you learn who these people
Yeah.
are by how they act, and how they
Yeah.
act is at a bar.
Which is the way I like character development to happen. Which is, yeah, like, nobody...
It's showing without telling.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Nice.
It's how-
Now, okay,
yeah,
Buds, you
like-
read the D&D book.
Yeah.
Which one did you prefer?
I will admit D&D
yeah.
is a bit better.
I personally prefer D&D.
I'd imagine D&D was
Like-
probably better.
Pathfinder, like, it kind of tries to do the same thing where it's kind of funny and kind of try to give a little wink and nod to
Yeah.
the original source. But, like, the Dungeons and Dragon book just kind of does it better.
Yeah, it's
It just happens to be
True.
funnier, that's all.
You should read that.
I should read it. I know I
You
should read it.
It's good.
And they
have
play D&D.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
God damn.
Okay, you want me DM?
Yeah, I'll try.
I have no time for
All
that.
right. I don't have to. Buns? How about this? We'll never play. Cool.
No, we will play. Just relax. God. Would you guys want us to film it? No? Okay, sorry.
Oh, you're like, what you got now?
No, I'm sorry. You guys. No, I'm sorry.
Guys. Alright, so on a scale of good, bad, mediocre, shrugs.
I think it's worth checking out.
Yeah,
it's funny enough, and you like the whole fantasy kind of thing.
Comes with a sick-ass map,
Yeah,
too.
it's cool.
I like the
stats
characters,
in
they're
back.
cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's not as bad as Magic the Gathering, not quite as good as the D&D
Let's put it
book,
this way.
but it's pretty good.
For a Dynamite book, it's pretty good.
Whew.
What's one of the best Dynamite books I've read in a while? Let's be
I
honest.
don't even know what Dynamite stuff I've read. Is that
I remember we
was
read
that Flash
one.
Gordon Dynamite?
Yeah,
that was okay.
That was pretty bad. in my
I don't
opinion.
remember. It was a long time ago.
That episode didn't even air.
Yeah, it's true. Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
we did it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we did.
We didn't do it.
Well,
Yeah,
it
but we
kinda,
did it.
The
But we
beginning,
did it.
the beginning of it did air,
Yeah.
where you sucked
Yeah.
off the bottom.
Yeah. Good times.
Such good
times.
graphics. Such
All right, so moving on to AvX 10. It's coming to a close soon.
Yeah.
All right, so Emma Frost told Cyclops where Hope was, and then he shows up to Kung Fu Land, and he's like,
Kung
"You guys
Fu
are
Land.
gonna die," and then they get a dragon, which is pretty
It's
sick.
good.
And then Hope's like, "Don't do it," and then she like sends him to the moon, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And
Hope's powers just kind of go into overdrive.
Yeah.
Where she's like sucking everyone's
It's like,
powers
what's
in.
happening?
And she does, like, the one panel that she does to Scott, that was just the coolest thing ever.
that was pretty sick.
What, the like chaos fist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First time ever.
Yeah, in the little corner. First ever use of chaos fist.
That was pretty. That was
It
good.
was just like, this,
Well, like-
this book is boss.
I don't know if she's like a kung fu master all of a sudden. Like that's a little weird.
Whoever's
It's
around her,
magic.
she's just fixing their powers into
Yeah,
her
I
body
guess.
and doing it.
So then Emma Frost is like using slaves at Utopia. She's like, "Yes, worship me."
Yeah, kind of
I'm
the
a god.
predictable thing happens. The Phoenix Force is starting to make them turn bad. Who would have guessed that was going to happen?
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, they're corrupt with power? I didn't think that was...
And what's cool, I thought,
the
was
Phoenix has ulterior
yeah.
motives. Whoa!
Yeah.
I thought it was cool when Cyclops is like, "I'm not strong enough," and he goes to like kill Emma Frost.
Yeah, I'm gonna go kill Emma Frost now and take her
To
power.
kill my wife.
It's like sick.
How many men have said that before? Waggity schmaggity do.
That's just too real, man. Too real.
He's
Old
like-
wounds. Old wounds.
I'm sorry, Rick. I forgot, man. I forgot.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
So, have you been following
I've been... Yeah.
AvX?
We reviewed enough of them. No, but I bought like a couple on my own. Like, it's a good overall thing. It's
enjoying
kept
it.
me interested the
Yeah.
entire time.
Yeah, it's one of the better,
Events.
yes,
Yeah.
events they've had.
Better than Fear Itself. Better.
Yeah. That went on way too
Too many hammers. Too much.
long. Let me tell you something about hammers, though.
Let me tell you, did you read last week or 2 weeks episode or issue?
Issue
where
9.
Spider-Man just gets fucking like punched
Yeah.
in the face.
Yeah.
I was like, Spider-Man.
Spidey. No.
But so yeah, I don't know. Where do you like where it's going so far?
A little predictable, but it's been good. It's been good.
It's interesting that Magneto and Xavier are going to come back together probably
Yeah,
at the
that
end.
was
To like,
really cool.
like, we are the grandfathers of all this. Just get out. Get off my lawn.
Most likely, what's going to happen is they're going to form Onslaught, and then that's
Yeah.
going to be the Now stuff, the Marvel Now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
We'll see.
In my opinion, Onslaught is one of those things where it's like, yeah, that happened. We don't ever need to bring that back.
Maybe. I
It
don't
was
know.
cool when it happened, but it's like, of all the wells to go back to, we're really gonna go back to the Onslaught well.
Why not? That's pretty sick.
There's a little
Yeah.
cheese in my opinion.
But then there's also like Xavier's son. They haven't even mentioned him at all.
Yeah.
Like he was at the beginning and then
Oh,
like
yeah.
near the middle, and that's it.
He's like, I'm just going to keep weaving it in.
Yeah,
He
I
just
feel like
keeps
they're
popping
bringing.
in.
I feel like they're
Is it
bringing
my turn
in.
yet?
Yeah.
I feel like they're bringing in too many possible solutions to the point where you're like,
That's
at,
a pretty good.
at the
explanation.
end,
They don't
you're like,
want to rule anything out.
Yeah.
They want to have all their bases covered,
it's
just in
just
case
like
they want to
too
go.
many solutions.
Yeah.
Like when they brought up the dragon, they're like, he killed the Phoenix once. You're like, okay. the
Yeah, I was like,
dragon's
oh,
over.
but
yeah,
this one's
really?
too young.
Yeah, and you're like,
But it
fuck.
could.
Yeah, what was the point of that?
Like,
So
what?
she could be like, oh, yeah, I took his energy. How'd I do that? That's
How'd
cool.
I do it?
How'd I do it? How'd I do it? How'd I do it?
I don't know. Too many solutions. Too many.
That's not a bad thing.
Too many.
It'll end conveniently, and the world will go.
Maybe
all other
like
stories.
Hope will like destroy the Phoenix, and then Xavier and Magneto just like want to turn an onslaught. Sure, fusion.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be sick. Or they just put on the earrings. Oh. Speaking of Dragon Ball, do you know they're making a new Dragon Ball movie?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
live
animated,
action? Oh,
animated Dragon Ball.
okay,
movie?
good. Yeah, cool.
They did it on one like a couple of like 2-3 years ago.
That's amazing.
Like, where's it coming from? Is it
Um,
just Dragon Ball?
I remember
Is
the
it
last
Z?
one was really weird. Vegeta found out he had a brother.
Yeah.
And he was also married to like this weird tiny alien chick.
Cool.
That's amazing.
And like two of Frieza's henchmen, who apparently still think Frieza's around or something, like are still like, yeah, Frieza's taking over the universe. And
Yeah, that's
it's
like
kind of lame.
We're not reviewing Dragon Ball movies here, bud. We're reviewing comics.
We have other interests. I thought we
started.
started that.
That
was giving a
summary
summary.
is the way we
Yeah,
review.
I know.
So fuck off here. Nick, in post, cut that out. Nick, I'm talking to you, Nick. I'm talking future Nick. I'm talking future.
there.
I'm talking future Nick. Editing Nick.
And I'm like,
And Nick's gonna be like, "Fuck you," and spite.
He'd probably leave it in. All right.
Last
so.
book.
I'm gonna double up this scene now. Come here.
Nick, in post, cut that out. Nick, I'm talking to you, Nick. I'm talking future Nick. I'm talking future.
there.
I'm talking future Nick. Editing Nick.
And I'm like,
And Nick's gonna be like, "Fuck you," and spite.
He'd probably leave it in. All right.
Last
so.
book.
I'm gonna double up this scene now. Come here.
Twice. All right, so last book, Rorschach #1. Everyone's been waiting for this. I think we have more subscriptions on Rorschach than any other
ones. I can see
because
that.
people fucking love Rorschach because whatever. He's like the Wolverine of
Watchmen.
Watchmen.
Yeah.
Brian Azzarello. There's a lot of issues with his writing sometimes. Sometimes
I definitely do.
Yikes. So what'd you think? Like Rorschach is like a poet in this. I was like, what?
This is not a great Rorschach thing altogether.
I don't know.
Doesn't seem very Rorschach.
Yeah.
Like,
There's, like-
I was gonna say sometimes I have the argument when I'm talking about things like the Batman movies or whatever. I have a certain idea of what Rorschach is in my head, and then when I read it or see it in another version of it, and it doesn't match up, then I just don't like it.
But I think in this case, it's still a little different. Because, like, it's one thing to go to say, I don't know, see the Nolan Batman movies and be like, oh, this isn't my Batman.
No, I
and
know.
being like, that's kind of a cop-out. But
Yeah.
this is supposed to be the Rorschach from the Watchmen series. This is a continuation of that.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, this Rorschach doesn't exactly...
Yeah, it's not really.
It's not very in character.
It's not a fresh new take on Watchmen. It's like continuing.
Yeah.
It's a non-canonical version.
I'm sorry, there's a scene where he just busts
Yeah.
in through a door and goes, "Bitch to be you." with
Yeah.
a shotgun.
It's like, when
has
like,
he ever done that?
Did he even swear in the comic? Like,
Yeah, he said shit
Yeah.
too. Just
No,
bitch.
but like in the
But
original,
like,
I don't know.
I don't even remember him swearing at all.
I don't remember sentences being more than like 4 words
Yeah.
long by Rorschach. He's talking up a storm in this.
And
There's even a scene where he's like a civilian just talking to like
He's
people.
hanging out in a coffee shop. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I got mugged. That's to me
Like-
getting mugged. Oh my!
like in the original, he was just like pretty much on the side on the street with the sign the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, that was
Yeah.
like his thing. I don't know. And
Or
then
in a darkened apartment
yeah,
eating
and then
beans.
him talking about his mom, like he never talked about his personal life until like he was like had to with the thing.
Yeah.
And the only reason he was telling the psychiatrist this is because he was like, "Look, just fuck off. You don't understand anything." And then here he's like, "Yeah, you know," and he has like,
I had such a hard life.
and he had like frostbitten fingers and feet.
Yeah.
And yet he's like, you know, he has fingers that move.
I know.
It's like what? Art was really good though.
Art was cool.
Yeah.
Well, like even the story itself was not like, what he's doing. I don't really care. The villain they've made is just like this disfigured freak.
Yeah, he's like
It's like
vaginas all over
Two-Face,
his
but
head.
whole face.
Yeah.
And the vagina face. He's got
Yeah.
like vagina.
Just
And
has
the
open
end,
sores
Rorschach
everywhere.
just like face fucks him at the end.
Yeah. Just take that crime. That's
I got crime in the face. That's
Yeah,
the
like,
punchline.
yeah, that's the cool. Yeah,
Like I
I'll do that.
really, I don't know. Like I told someone at the store once, I was like, I'm worried because Brian Azzarello writes like really witty stuff sometimes and like word puns and stuff. So how can you write Rorschach with like witty puns and shit? And
It's very true.
apparently
Can't do it.
apparently it doesn't work.
Who would have guessed it didn't work?
See, like, but at the end of the day, like, I liked it. I just
It didn't give me a reason to continue on.
It
with
worried
No.
me that this was like this.
Hate to say it, but of all the Before Watchmen books,
You say
this
the
is yeah.
I agree.
let's rank that shit, yeah.
Are they? No, we still have done
This
it.
and then the
But okay.
comedian. It's like,
Yeah, the comedian was kind of cool. There was like some stuff to it that was kind of interesting, even though if I don't think it actually works with what happened in Watchmen, but you know.
Yeah, I
still.
think at this point we have to set all of that stuff aside.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't.
But it's like it's really hard to when it's supposed to be a
Which
sequel
is
to that
why,
series.
yeah.
Not sequel,
Prequel,
prequel.
yeah.
I keep forgetting.
okay,
that.
so what was the top Watchmen book so far?
Ozymandias was really good.
That was a pretty good one.
I really like Minutemen.
It's just because Darwin Cook's doing it?
Sure.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Did you read the second Silk Spectre? Because it wasn't very good.
Not yet.
It wasn't very good.
Damn it!
So, sorry.
Damn it!
Yeah, why'd you do that?
Well, this is coming from you, fucking Flavourful Sauce reviewers.
It's true.
Don't know anything.
Bullshit. All of this.
Alright, so out of all three of the books, which one are you picking up?
AvX person.
Can I say Pathfinder?
Yeah, if you,
Yeah,
you
sure.
Can say
do
whatever
it.
you want, dude.
Do it, man. Get Pathfinder. Wasn't bad. There's enough there to make a good package.
I'm
It
gonna
could be
say
good.
I'm gonna say Rorschach just because we're often wrong and people often disagree with us.
I'm being wrong by saying Pathfinder. It doesn't matter.
Dude, Pathfinder's sick.
It's fine.
You'd say Pathfinder.
But that's your whole point. We think it's sick, therefore the collective will
Yeah,
not find it
that's
sick.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's what people come to our reviews, to find the opposite opinion.
Go fuck you, no. That's stupid. Why are you saying that?
Alright, let's see what the bizarro reviews are today. Oh, the Watchmen book is bad? Of course. Let me just compile that right now.
It's true.
Yeah. People are at least getting
We have
something
a
out of our
use.
review.
Yeah, I'm gonna say by AvX and then Rorschach.
Maybe you have some money left over, you get Pathfinder.
Yeah. Buy Pathfinder digitally on Stadium
So then you
Store.
won't get that cool map.
We are now
right.
selling comics digitally.
That'd be cool.
It is cool because it's happening.
That's cool.
What, the digital comics?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Do you read digital comics at all?
I would like to start doing that.
Why?
It's easy. You
know.
don't have to leave your house. This is the argument.
don't
Never
have-
leave your
but
house.
You don't have like a tablet or like an iPod.
You can
or
read
an
them on his
iPhone?
computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
I
can
would-
just go to Stadium and buy it.
Sometimes you're lazy. It's like 3 a.m. Like,
Yeah.
man, I really
That-
want to read.
It's usually cheaper if it's digitally, is it not?
It's usually the same,
Yeah, it's
unfortunately.
Yeah,
You can get sales sometimes, and they're like, here's the whole catalog for $1.
But
Well,
yeah,
$1
if you're
each.
lazy,
But still, it's like if like a series is like in the middle of something,
Yeah.
and I want to read like the 2 issues past, I can do that.
I've done that.
I guess. Oh yeah, didn't you do that with Walking Dead?
Yeah, I did that with Walking. Because you guys didn't have.
Whoa, blame fucking. I don't know who to blame. Me. I
I
burn
blame
all. I burn them all.
Oh, this is Nick's pot.
Anything else this week that you're excited about?
A lot of stuff. Yeah, another Walking Dead, Batwoman. J.H. Williams is back on art, back on
fine.
drums.
Cool.
Excited for that. And Saga comes out.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. There's
Never
a new book,
disappointed.
The Victories. That looks kind of cool.
Yeah. Something else.
Daredevil.
Yeah, Daredevil.
Hooray! What day tweets?
Alright.
Alright, everybody, so pick up Pathfinder's AvX 10 and Before the Watchmen. Rorschach. Do you notice a lot of Rorschach stuff in the book? Like Rorschach paintings and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Clever.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Clever.
Way to go. Alright, cool.
Alright, so
Good stuff
stay
you did.
tuned for episode 68.
What?
No, 61.
Wow.
68 will maybe come.
61, where we are 8 episodes away from episode 69. Yeah. Alright, everybody, so on 3, 1, 2, 3,
Flavourful
Flavourful Sauce.
Did.